A Merseyside derby in the WSL between these sides at Goodison. Matt Beard admitted that Liverpool perhaps struggled to deal with the sense of occasion when the sides met at Anfield earlier on this season, and he's hoping that perhaps that weight of expectation might play into the way that Everton handle this game tonight. Well, they are all making sure that they take in this sense of occasion, and why wouldn't you as well? Well, let's have a look at the lineups for you then. And Everton's long-awaited return to Goodison sees Brian Sorensen make 4 changes to the team that earned a disappointing draw against Leicester City last time out. Vi, Savek, Beever-Jones and Finnegan all start. Jess Park and captain Gabby George keep their places. George with her 100th WSL appearance for the club. Matt Beard, meanwhile, sticks with the same starting lineup for Liverpool that came from behind to beat Tottenham Hotspur last time out. Emma Koivisto, who set up 1 goal and scored the other in the 2-1 win over Spurs, keeps her place. And Katie Stengel, their top scorer, leads their line once again. Well, it is quite the weekend in the WSL, with local derbies, title battles, relegation 6-pointers. Fans being well and truly spoiled, and what a way to get it underway. This mouth-watering Merseyside matchup between the 2 clubs separated by Stanley Park. Gabby George getting a warm hand from the supporters as she makes her 100th WSL appearance for the club. And both sets of players beforehand were wearing her Game 2 shirts during the warm-up. Kids from the Wavertree Primary School are also in attendance this evening as part of the drive to make sure that football being a game for everyone is a message that is loud and clear. Seamus Coleman of the Everton men's side joined Gabby George in becoming official advocates of her Game 2 earlier in the week down at the Finch Farm training ground. Well, we've had Z cards, we've had a grand old team to play for as well, and now the talking is about to stop and the action is set to begin. Quiet confidence about Everton at the moment, and here's a major reason for that. Matt Beard knows that things need to improve, but he was certainly buoyed by what he saw against Tottenham Hotspur. Looking to improve on that rotten away record that I mentioned. And Sorensen only one previous game against Liverpool, and that was that fine victory earlier on this season. Lauren Impey is our referee this evening. 4 WSL games this season before tonight. The last Everton game was the 3-1 WSL defeat against Chelsea. Last Liverpool match, the 6-1 championship win against Sheffield United back in April 2022. Before we get underway, the players, match officials and coaching staff take a knee. So it is the 15th Merseyside derby in the WSL. Everton lead the way by 6 wins to 5. However, they have had the better of it in recent encounters, losing just 1 of the last 7 against the Reds in all competitions. And tonight is a special occasion, with this the first time a WSL Merseyside derby has been staged here at Goodison Park. Already, tempers running high. Appeared unhappy with something there, and Liverpool with cause to be unhappy about their recent record against Everton, as mentioned. Everton coming out on top in 5 of the last 6 meetings, and just the 1 loss in the last 7 against their neighbours. In WSL terms, they've won 3 of the last 4 and only been beaten once in the last 5 league meetings. There is Ian Sorensen. Liverpool, we think, are going to be operating in a slightly different shape to what was telegraphed, with Stengel joined in attack by Beever-Jones, but we'll see how it plays out. See how this played out. No nonsense from Vi. Made sure that Koivisto was going no further, regardless of what it required. Only 1 on the chin for Koivisto. They may feel a bit fortunate that she got away with just the concession of a free kick for that. Certainly, I think Matt Beard does. In it goes from Beever-Jones. Easily picked up by Courtney Brosnan. Brosnan popping into the pocket is Wheeler, but she's not used. It's back with Brosnan. Everton have seen goals evaporate in recent weeks. They've failed to score in their last 4 games. It's a run of 380 minutes without a goal since Aggie Beever-Jones scored in the 70th minute of their 3-0 home win against West Ham in January. In the 1-0 defeat to Birmingham in the Cup, they enjoyed 60% of the ball, dominated in terms of the stats, but in the last 3 WSL games they've failed to score. It's been a different story. Robe. Expansive, but not picking out anyone in particular, and Vi able to collect. Sevek. Here's Sevek. Useful looking ball that. Well, Ellie George is reaching a real landmark this evening with this 100th WSL appearance, all of them for Everton, most WSL appearances for the club. She's also played in 6 of the last 7 WSL Merseyside derbies, trying to make her presence felt there. Koivisto going all the way back. Laws, first time clearance. Vi was there. Now here's Park, who's been at the heart of most of Everton's creativity this season. Involved in 5 WSL goals, scoring 3, 2 assists as well, more than any other teammate. Park really is the player that Everton have looked at to take the game to the opposition as much as possible. Beever-Jones. He's hoping that Jess Park can perhaps provide some life going forwards for Brian Sorensen's side this evening. 6 major trophies in his personal collection of honours. And that's Snoyce who's making a nuisance of herself. Vi. Beever-Jones couldn't quite bring it under a spell. Beever-Jones. Bit of a cagey start as that's sent on by Snoyce and a bit too much on it from Snoyce, the third member of the front line, the Dutch striker. Maggie Beever-Jones has made 12 of her 14 WSL appearances in this current campaign. Last league goal prior to this season was in Bristol City's championship defeat against Liverpool in April of last year. I mentioned Jess Park. Well, Snoyce is the only Everton player to touch the ball more in the opposition box than Jess Park this season. She's played across the entire front line for them, Park, but you feel that out on the wing is where you get to see the best of her. Vi. Well, that's run kindly. Sorensen, dangerous! Bonner in the way, needed to be as well. Beever-Jones wants it. Battered from behind, no foul forthcoming. George. Vi. A little bit hesitant and allowed Beever-Jones to nip in. Finnegan. Beever-Jones doing well to just nibble away. I think it goes from Koivisto and lumped clear by Rachel Laws. I got something on that, and then Wheeler trying to get it away, hasn't been able to do so. Holland. Koivisto charging forwards. Well, she got there first, but then fluffed her lines. Vi's run into trouble. Koivisto is handy at getting forwards from that wing-back position. It's been a regular sight in the Liverpool side. She's appeared in 19 of their 20 games in all competitions this season. Joined on a free after her contract ran out at Brighton in the summer. Everton have been one of the fastest starters in the WSL this season, third highest amount of goals in the opening 15 minutes, but their chance of an early goal here is quickly derailed by the sign of the flag from the assistant on the far side. And this is why I think that's fair enough. First ever time a WSL Merseyside derby's been played here at Goodison. Everton's last appearance at this ground wasn't a particularly pleasant experience, a 4-0 defeat to Manchester City in September 2021. A then club record crowd of just under 6,000 were in attendance, but that is going to be beaten today. It's actually the third time in 3 years that the women's senior sides played here. In September 2020, they came from behind to beat Chelsea in the FA Cup quarter-finals, but that was behind closed doors. That's not been convincingly dealt with. George gets it away, not very far, and back in from Missy Kearns, but it was errant strike at goal. Nagano now tossed in there by Holland. Daniels chasing. Missy Kearns there with the first serious sight of goal for Liverpool this evening. Everton unhappy about something, and they are pestering the referee.
Keep going, mate.
It's the position of where the throw is being taken from that they're contesting. She got a good run at that, didn't she? And Liverpool half-heartedly asking whether there was a shove in the area. It's Holland, meanwhile. Slice back to help out her defence, and as ironically the Dutch striker prevents Holland getting forwards. Daniel's efforts deflected. That will be a corner. Liverpool with just one set-piece goal this season, which is the lowest amount in the WSL this term. Kerry Holland with a goal from a set-piece against Reading in February. Mind you, 5 of 15 WSL goals have come from headers. Second highest ratio behind West Ham. Missy Kearns goes for the short one though. Oof, and it nearly came off. In fact, it might do, but the whistle's gone. That was a nice idea, but Lewis Dawson on this near side spotted that Missy Kearns had just wandered into an offside position. The arrival of Fuka Nagano has been good for her in terms of where she can play. Nagano arriving from North Carolina Courage in January, and Missy Kearns moving a bit further up the pitch as a result. Her average position notably more advanced, and she's been able to get more shots in at goal as a result. Sorensen's forced the throw here. She made a mess of that, Daniels, but it almost worked out for Liverpool. Brosnan takes no chances and puts her boot firmly through that one. Nicely done. George He wanted offside against Gabby George. And she lost the ball and then lost her composure, and Liverpool have the free kick. First Evertonian to reach the milestone of 100 WSL appearances, Gabby George. She made her debut as a 12th-minute sub for Fern Whelan in a 2-0 home defeat to Notts County in April of 2014. Neil Turner's next on the list of WSL appearance makers for the club on 94. Tidied up by Bjorn. Not a very tidy pass there, mind. Nagano. That's a trip, surely. Must have started to get a bit niggly. Everton have switched off here. Missy Bokearns. Koivisto in support. It's behind her. Well, they've wasted that, Liverpool. What can Everton muster on the counter? Wheeler. George. Vi. Sevek. And again. Sevek with the raking pass, which was asking a touch too much of Gabby George there. Well, both blaming each other by the looks of it. She couldn't have made much more of her dart before the pass was played, otherwise Gabby George would have been offside, and I think that's the point that she's making. Koivisto to take the throw. 3 WSL assists this season for Koivisto, which is the joint most along with Melissa Lawley. Needs to do the day job here though. Lovely turn from Snoyce. The ball in wasn't bad either. And Sorensen couldn't quite escape the attentions of a couple of those in red. Vi. Great burst to escape the attentions of Sengel. Holland. Sevek. Finnegan finding Sevek again. Here's Kerry Holland. Hines making some inroads, but then losing the ball, and then it's lumped clear by Bjorn. It might turn into a handy pass, in fact. Well, Everton start the weekend 7th in the WSL, 12 points off 4th and 13 ahead of bottom-placed Leicester. They are 6 points better off than this time last season when they were 10th with 14 on the board. And they'd also scored 5 fewer goals and conceded 9 more as well. So, and Sorensen's first season in full at the helm is obviously going well. Wheeler. Sevek. Nothing wrong with that. And looking here for Stengel's run. Carlson out quickly. And the ball is distributed quickly to Catherine Vi. Vi. Six wins on the board already for Everton, which is already more than they managed in the whole of last season. And only picked up maximum points on 5 occasions, but they haven't won or scored in their last 3 in the WSL. They were on a 3-game winning run before the current sticky patch. Never gone 4 games without a win so far this season. And they've not gone 4 WSL games without a goal since a stretch of 5 in May to September 2018. Park running at full pelt. It's Jess Park, and it's blocked by Robe. Sorensen. Park. Sorensen. Good cross. Well judged by Rachel Laws, though. Now, this is what Jess Park can do, running at pace and players backing off, but to be fair to Robe, she got back and then judged the interception perfectly. Missy Beaukerns. Stengel looking for Koivisto. Robe. Bit of hesitation from Brosnan. But it doesn't prove costly, although it's a somewhat hurried clearance from Sorensen. Another missile hurled in there, which has made it uncomfortable for Everton. Missy Beaukerns, well, it was inviting, but she didn't make the most of the opportunity. Appeared in every WSL game so far this season for Matt Beard. Started 5 in a row now, which is her best run this season. She was Liverpool's Player of the Month for February. Popped up with a couple of goals recently, 2 in her last 4 appearances, including the WSL victory against Spurs earlier on this month. Park. Wheeler. Straight into the path of Koivisto. Stengel's overhit her pass as well, though. Coolly done by Stoiss. Vi. Goalless at the moment, and Everton have drawn 2 of their last 3 games 0-0. They're the only WSL team to have more than 1 goalless draw so far this season. Vi into Park. Wheeler, quickly closed down by Missy Beever-Jones. Here's Vi. Back to Park. Popped across to George. Nice footwork. All tricky. It's in! It's Gabby George on the night that she hits a century of WSL appearances. She hits the back of the net in the Merseyside derby. The Toffees Centurion celebrates the opening goal, although Rachel Laws will certainly feel disappointed not to have done better. George had... And as she cut inside, I'm pretty sure she was looking to find a teammate. Instead, she found the opening goal. Only she will know what she was trying to do, but nobody in blue will care, based on the end result, which is Everton 1, Liverpool 0. So first goal since scoring in the 3-2 win against Reading in January. Only actually scored 3 senior goals in her career. So a big occasion to find the net in on this rare occasion for her. Everton now looking to use the momentum that they've mustered here, and it might come to George. Well, she was recently back in the England shake-up as well in April of last year, and in November as well. Gabby George, she does have a couple of England caps. Last, though, didn't come since November 2018. Rachel Laws' expression says it all. Everton will feel that they probably just about merit that advantage. It's not been a game of masses of chances, but they've played the more coherent football so far. Park screaming for it here. George is on her bike. Urged to shoot by the crowd, offloads for Park instead. We'll give it back to George. That certainly is a cross this time, and it's a cross that has caused a bit of confusion. Oh, what a block on the line that is from Gemma Bonner to prevent Everton extending their advantage. Well, it was some hit, and it was some block as well from Bonner. Beyond her keeper, but not beyond Bonner. Looks like it's heading in, doesn't it? Until Bonner intervenes. He certainly thought it was on target. Half an hour played, and he'll certainly be the happier of the two managers, not just because of the scoreline, but the general performance for the Danish manager. There is Matt Beard. His next win will be his 50th in the WSL. He would become the 4th WSL manager to reach half a century after Joe Montemurro, Nick Cushing and Emma Hayes. He's only lost 2 of his 6 WSL Merseyside derbies as Liverpool boss. His 50th game in the division came in the 3-0 home defeat to Everton in September. Road. Holland. Daniels. Good looking ball that. And it was well defended by Bjorn, needed to be 2. That was into a very inviting area. Stengel was looking to attack it, but Bjorn ensured that she would have no joy. Needs to try and get her more into the game. Holland. That's given straight to George. The rebound works out for Liverpool, but it was not the most convincing passage of play. Here's Kerry Holland, turning into trouble, but strong enough in the tackle to keep possession, or at least she did keep possession. Liverpool have won it back. Nagano. Now Stengel, no flag. Wheeler across. Stengel looking for the angle to have a go at goal, and it's catching practice in the end for Courtney Brosnan, but at least it is an effort on goal, and it comes from Liverpool's top scorer this season. Well, the first effort that we have seen on target from Liverpool so far this evening. Everton scoring with one of just the 2 that they've had on target. That's worked out for Daniels, and now Missy Kearns. Well, her reaction tells you that she knows that was a big opportunity. Nicely laid off by Jana Daniels into her path. She took it first time, may have been able to take a touch to steady herself rather than going for it as early as that. Liverpool showing a bit more of a threat in the last few minutes. Liverpool have picked up 8 points from losing positions this season as well, which is the second most in the division behind Aston Villa, who have picked up 13. Holland. And she's hoping to get a foul, but she's going to be disappointed. Rose decided to stay. Hines has lost possession, but has made amends. Everton have actually picked up more points away from home than they have on home turf this season, 11 netted on their travels compared to 9 in front of their own fans. And they've lost 4 of their last 6, including their most recent home game against Villa. And they might be in trouble here. Koivisto can't hit the target. Well, they've suddenly started to pepper Courtney Brosnan's goal. Koivisto with an intelligent run. She did so well to get the touch in front of Vi, which gave it a shooting opportunity. But having seemingly done the hard work, she fluffed her lines at the last. Not far away. Everton having a bit of a sticky patch at the moment. They're losing possession quite cheaply. Liverpool pushing a lot higher up the pitch as well. Here's Nagano, and again haven't been able to exert as much authority on proceedings as she would have liked. Nagano pokes it forwards and Everton quickly into the press, so Robe will go all the way back to Laws. Laws closing down from Sorensen, but it will be a goal kick. Liverpool 8 points better off than the same stage of their last WSL season in 2019-20, when they only had 1 win and 6 points from 14 matches. The season ended at that point and Liverpool were relegated to the Championship on points per game. Goals have been an issue for them though. Just 13 that haven't come from penalties. Only Leicester with 6 have scored fewer than that. Vi. Odd when it's come to opening the scoring, winning all 6 that they've hit the net first in, and all 4 of the matches that they've been ahead at half-time in. Stengel. Could probably do with half-time to come very quickly though, given the pattern of play since they went in front. Nagano. Beever-Jones with the ball in. Hines. Oh, that might be useful for Stengel! Great goal! Superb from Katie Stengel to level it up for Liverpool. That is an exquisite piece of finishing from the American. Liverpool have been ramping up the pressure, and now they have what they will feel is a deserved equaliser. Beever-Jones with the ball in. Hines then collected. She was having a smash at goal. Stengel may have been in an offside position. Well, that is up for debate. There's no arguing about the calibre of her finishing here. Superb stuff. I thought that she'd actually cut inside of Savek, but it's Savek who got the initial touch, but Stengel still reacted ever so well to send it back the other way and make it Everton 1, Liverpool 1. Well, they had kept 3 clean sheets in their last 4 games, Everton. The only goals they conceded in that stretch were by Kenza Daly and a Megan Finnegan own goal in the 2-0 defeat to Aston Villa earlier this month. But that goal has been coming after a very strong response from the visitors after going behind to Gabby George's strike. He won't want half-time to come now. Koivisto, George for company. Koivisto was strong enough to hold her off. Had failed to score in 7 WSL games this season, Liverpool. Only Leicester failed to find the net in more matches this term. But they have looked a real threat as this first half has gone on. Although Everton still with a lot more of the ball. George. Slightly too much on it for Park, but it will be a corner. Sorensen to swing it in. Laws came, not sure she got much of a fist on it. Dangerous! And it's a waste from Savek to send it over the top from 6 yards out. Laws came, didn't make enough contact, if any. And then Savek with too much elevation on her attempt. Everton are the only WSL team yet to drop a point from a winning position so far this season. Pegged back by Stengel's strike and have no real arguments about the current scoreline either. Here's Hines. And still. Collected by Nagano. Overlap comes from Koivisto, but she couldn't quite set her away. Last minute of normal time in this first half. And it will be the rocket-propelled throw of Megan Campbell to try and find one of her teammates in the air. Nearly slipped as she delivered that. Still got it in. Koivisto's in there. Just going to have the one additional minute, and it's an additional minute that Liverpool will have a free kick in after the tug back on Kerry Holland. They're just appealing for something in there. As Daniels flew into the challenge on Finnegan. Who did that come off last? Referee says corner, so Liverpool will have a corner with what is likely to be the last meaningful action of this first half. They've gone for the short option. Now it's lofted in there. It's a tricky one to deal with, and gathered at the second time of asking by Courtney Brosnan, and that is that for what has been a fiery first half in the first ever Merseyside derby in the WSL to be played here at Goodison Park. Gabby George with the opening goal, which Rachel Laws will feel disappointed not to have kept out, but the Liverpool response was strong, and the finish from Katie Stengel was superb to give us the half-time score of Everton 1, Liverpool 1. No changes from either of the coaches at the break then. It was a strange change of momentum midway through that first half. Just as you thought Everton might run away with it, it was Daniels who initiated the leveller for Liverpool. Stengel's 8th goal of the season. Very evenly poised, although Everton certainly still with much more of the ball. That's going to be the first yellow card of the evening, and no complaints from Missy Bo-Kearns about it, and rightly so. That is a nailed-on booking. Park hoping that it's not going to force her off the park. Bjorn. Robe. Koivisto on the move. Koivisto was looking for the return. George was back there. And it's sent all the way back to Courtney Brosnan. Everton's 6 WSL wins against Liverpool is their most wins against any team. They haven't won more points against any other side. They've also picked up 21 against Birmingham, and they've also had their best goal-scoring record against Liverpool, 21 goals, their most against any team that they've faced in the WSL. Liverpool pressing high though, nearly forcing the error. Instead, they've given away the free kick. Sorensen's side do have the youngest average age of starting lineups in the WSL this season, and they're up against the Liverpool side who have the oldest average lineup. Might play a part at some point. Sorensen. Sorensen, lovely footwork, but then good tracking back from Kerry Holland to nick it away from her. He's back with Sorensen. It's going to go behind for an Everton corner. Just held up in the air a bit there. George is nearly in, and out comes Rachel Laws. Laws tries to hammer that clear. And Hans took a bit of a blow there. Sevek. Collected by George. Back with Sevek. Haven't seen too much of Beever-Jones after she was bright and lively in the first few minutes of the game. That's a lovely piece of work from Sorensen. Eating up the turf now. Hines trying to get back at her, won't get near her though. Sorensen's ball in. What's that, an arm? Kearns. Here's Stengel. Plenty of room to work with. Stengel trying to do it all on her own for now, and just nicked off her toes in the nick of time by Bjorn. End-to-end stuff. Can they make a set-piece pay? Those long throws from Megan Campbell have been a constant thorn in the side for Everton. What about this corner from Missy Kearns? Disappointing. In fact, it might work out. It does. Liverpool have turned it around to lead the derby. Leanne Rose with the goal, but Robe has now seen it disallowed. Well, confusion here as to why Leanne Robe has been deprived of her moment of glory. It remains 1-1 then. Kearns. That's a free kick, and it's becoming a bit of a tricky game for Lauren Impey, our referee, to keep a handle on, just because emotions are certainly bubbling both on the pitch and in the dugouts. It may have been a foul on Courtney Brosnan that was seen by the referee. Nearly through for Stengel. Everton might need to change something. Ron Sorensen might need to make a change in terms of personnel, because Liverpool are looking menacing. Here they come again. Stengel invited to have a hit. Smacked it straight into Sevek. And George has given away the free kick. And she's going to pick up a yellow card as well for kicking the ball away. Kearns swings it in. George underneath it, didn't get it fully away. Alarm bells ringing here. It's slightly behind Taylor Hines though. Hines. Nagano, useful pass that. Everton on red alert at the moment because it's the team in red that are swarming all over them. Thanks. Daniels. Savek gets it away. Well, I can only assume it's that nudge by Kerry Holland on Courtney Brosnan that has led to Robe's strike here being struck off. Referee had a pretty good view of it, and she was quickly in there to cut short the celebrations. Kerry Holland in the dock as the accused. Beever-Jones is going off here, and I fancied that he would have to change something, Brian Sorensen, because Liverpool are all over Everton, and he has, with Aurora Galli, the Italian, on for Agnes Beever-Jones. Galli immediately into the thick of it. Aurora Galli, who started the 3-0 win at Liverpool in September, the Italian, has been in the matchday squad for every WSL game this season, although has only started one of the last 5 if you include this evening's encounter. Hines across. Finnegan just nudged it away from her. I think the ball had already gone out. Hines can see the funny side of it. Liverpool have got cause to smile while it's 1-1. They will fancy that they are the side most likely to push on and win it. And that would fly in the face of what we've seen from both these sides historically this term. Everton have won all 6 games they've scored first in this season. Liverpool have lost all 4 away matches when they've let in the first goal. But both trends look like being bucked at the moment. It's a good sliding challenge from Campbell. Vi's ball in. Kearns not the touch he was hoping for. Might work out for her here. Broken back the way of Vi. Nice dig ball in. George peels away. Holland beats her to it. Finnegan. Worked on by Wheeler. Vi sends it wide. George. Everton just haven't been able to get much penetration since the break. That's useful. Sorensen chasing. No flag. Sorensen Chance this. George again. Well, having scored a rare goal in the first half, she could have had 2 in the derby. Sorensen looks a long way off there, but it would have counted if George had been able to find the net. It was Nagano's attempted clearance that saw it run to George, who had a couple of bites at the cherry. May have done herself some damage in the process as well. Sorensen, to the naked eye, certainly appeared to have gone a touch too early with a surge down the wing. But this is not how she would want her 100th WSL appearance to end. Started all of Everton's last 18 WSL matches since April of last year. It looks as though Brian Sorensen might have to take off his centre half here. Is that... Eventually the corner does come in. Hesitation by Laws at the back and worked forwards, but collected by Wheeler. And still Wheeler. Disappointing final ball in from Wheeler. Wheeler found herself in a good area, the Australian midfielder. Started 4 of the last 5 now for Everton. Liverpool about to make a double change here. Sandon, one of those who's readied for action for the Reds, as it's whipped away by Bonner. That was a robust challenge. Finnegan. Sorensen, who seems to be getting a bit more joy now down this right-hand side. That's a good-looking ball in! And it should have been 2-1. Sorensen with some stunning work out wide, and it deserved to find the back of the Liverpool net. It's a great burst, but how about that for a clip ball in? And having made such an intelligent run and got so much space here, Jess Park, of all players, you would have backed to have provided the finishing touch. Daniels was very influential in the first half, not to tee up the leveller, almost set up another goal for Koivisto. She goes off and Sandon comes on, and Campbell is going to be replaced by Matthews. high. Here's Holland. Crowd wanted handball, referee not interested. Liverpool beat Spurs by 2-1 earlier on this month. They're aiming for back-to-back WSL wins for the first time since January 2019, when they beat Yeovil and then West Ham. This would be a real feather in their cap, given that Everton have been going well. George. Oh, and that looked like a pretty nasty collision there. Well, good to see that Galley's immediately able to get to her feet. Crunching contact on her. Only the one goal for Everton. It came in March of last year, having joined from Juventus in the summer of 2021, Aurora Galley. It was put into a useful area, and it was Matthews, who's only just come on, who was going up against a fellow substitute. Galley is okay. Taylor Hines. Midway through this second half, and it's still a Merseyside derby very much in the balance. Matthews. Chance here for Van der Sanden. Good positive goalkeeping from Brosnan to come out and smother. Sanden buzzing around. Back to Brosnan. Looking to try and find Sorensen. Laws is hoping it's going to come her way. Has to use her feet in the end and gets it to Taylor Hines. Holland. Everton have managed to just stifle Liverpool a bit more as this second half has gone on, and offer a bit more cut and thrust going forwards themselves. It is a match that has toed and froed, and Liverpool, having looked like they were firmly taking the upper hand, now being stymied somewhat, although Van der Sanden will chase this. Shanice Van der Sanden. Good ball. Holland! Should have made it a tougher task for Courtney Brosnan. Too close to the Toffees keeper from Holland there. Van der Sanden showing the attributes that she will bring to the final 20 minutes or so. Vision to pick out Holland. It was a great pass, and it was a pretty tame strike at goal in the end. Liverpool with a lot more shots than Everton, but only the one more on target. George. Here's George. Oh, that looks a bit robust, and the whistle has gone. Everton still having much more of the ball though, 63% in this second half. Now going to make their second change of the game, and Guy is going off, and Hannah Pennison, who looked like she might have been brought on earlier when Gabby George was struggling, does now get on. Sorensen couldn't quite get away from Taylor Hines. Came into this with 7 clean sheets, Everton. Only Arsenal and Manchester United have both kept more. Kelly sent it in, and then Sluice sent it over the top. Though with the aid of a deflection by the looks of it. Sorensen's ball in, drifts just wide. Well, you thought for a second time tonight Laws might have been beaten by a cross shot that drifted in. There's the player who scored the earlier one that did beat her, and Sorensen with this corner that she just cut across, didn't she? The slice sent it back in. Oh, not far away from clipping that post and heading in. Been a tough old night for Rachel Laws. And de Santen, great strength. Stengel waits in the middle, Holland's there as well. Stengel! What a block that is! Finnegan to the rescue for Everton, just as Stengel looks set to grab her second and give Liverpool the lead late on in the derby. Shanice van der Sanden with the excellent approach work. She couldn't have done much more. Stengel's effort heading home until Finnegan's vital intervention. Bonner trying to get a run at this. No free kick. The referee was happy that the challenge on the keeper was fair game. Kearns. Sluice took too long. Here is Nagano. George hoping that's going to go, but van der Sanden's not going to give it up easily. And what a introduction Shanice van der Sanden has been from the bench. Scored in Liverpool's FA Cup win against Everton back in March 2017. Her last Liverpool goal prior to this season for the Dutch forward. Brosnan found that a bit awkward to deal with. Nagano. It's going to be a Liverpool ball. Final quarter of an hour now. Nagano. Offloaded to Holland. It's too high for Stengel. Laws. Gifted straight back to Everton and Finnegan. Daly. Safety first from Finnegan. It's an awkward one though for Brosnan, who's dealt with it well. And the chase on here for Park, and Park! Oh yes! Oh no! Handball. Well, they were asking for it. It looked as though play had gone on, but Lauren Impey has now ruled out a goal that has got the blue half of Merseyside upset. It looked at first glance as though it was off an arm, and it was. Lauren Impey has called that absolutely correctly, but it's a sumptuous finish from Park. Miles away from Rachel Laws and perfectly under the bar, but no, wasn't off your shoulder, was it? Let's be fair. Sorensen. Great end to the game. Sorensen's strike takes a deflection. He's a bit unerring with that. Pennison's on to that now. George whips it in. George won't get to that.
Tonight's attendance, 22,161. Thank you for your support tonight.
An attendance of just over 22,000 has been announced, and they have been treated to a game well worth coming for. It is a record for an Everton WSL home game. And there's still around about 15 minutes or so left of it for them to enjoy. It's up for grabs as to whether it'll be the Reds or the Blues celebrating. Hands through. George jostling. And it's going to be out for an Everton ball. Vanden Sanden has made such a big impact since coming on. Missed the last 4 WSL games due to a knee injury she suffered in a warm-up prior to the abandoned game against Chelsea, you might remember, back in January. Matt Beard still feels that this is there for his team to go and win. Rejoined Liverpool after her release from Wolfsburg in the summer, did Shanice Vanden Sanden. Last 10 minutes then. Laws didn't come for that, not fully dealt with. Smacked clear by Koivisto. Bjorn. Here's Finnegan. On the move is Park. Benison has had a go. Law's behind it. Well, Park trying to pull the strings here. Eventually Benison with the strike, but it was catching practice. Robe. And I see Beever-Jones has stayed down here. And she doesn't look to be moving too well at all. Well, Matt Beard was about to make some changes anyway. I wonder if the identity of who he's going to take off might have changed, given the way that she is moving at the moment. Van der Sanden has teed up Stengel once for a good opportunity. Liverpool have lost 6 of their last 8 in all competitions, knocked out of both domestic cups in the space of 4 days, failed to score in 5 of their last 8, so point away at Goodison. It's not something to be sniffed at, but Matt Beard will know that this is there for the taking. They have arguably had the better chances, and now they're going to make some more changes. Lundgaard is coming on, as is Rhiannon Roberts. Robe, who thought that she was celebrating the goal that had put Liverpool in front, is also heading off. George fouled. After tonight, Liverpool go to West Ham. They then host Brighton before travelling to Leicester City. They have a tough run-in with Manchester City, Manchester United and Chelsea, all in their final 4 fixtures of the campaign. Sorensen dispossessed by Taylor Hines. Taylor Hines, who joined Liverpool from Everton on a free transfer in the summer of 2020. Finnegan. Game just settling down after it had become quite frenzied. George. Took a bit too long with that, Jess Park, but it's back with George. Benison makes the offer, here she is. Neat and tidy from Benison, the pass was poor though. Holland. And der Sanden had made the offer, but The pass was straight into the path of Finnegan. Some tired legs out there now. Here's Benison, who's only just come on, so she won't be affected in that regard. Park. Galley. Back for Park. Benison made a clever run. Park keeps it and now finds Galley. George. Park. Here's George. Benison. Good drop of the shoulder. And then a good challenge on her by Stengel. George keeps it moving. Now it's Aurora Galley. Galley digs in the cross nicely. Sander making a nuisance of herself. She was surrounded by 3 Everton players, and while the odds weren't in her favour, she's managed to get the free kick. Claire Wheeler is going to be replaced by Izzy Christensen. It's a landmark appearance for her, her 150th WSL appearance. Only the 18th player to reach that milestone. She made her WSL debut as a substitute for Birmingham back in April 2011. 10 of her 12 WSL appearances before this evening have been as a substitute, including all of her last 9. Hines should be the keeper's ball, and is. Oh, that was poor, though. The hit that comes in is almost spilled on Lundgaard with the strike at goal. Clutching onto it was Courtney Brosnan. Sorensen. Benison makes the offer in the middle. It's still Sorensen, and she's forced the corner with a couple of minutes left to go. Just over 90 seconds of the 90 minutes left to play. Stinovic with the corner. Flicked across towards the penalty spot area, and Van der Sanden gets it away. Not very far, and Park can't quite pick her spot. And she's in agony about that, because she feels that she should have at least asked the question. Benison. Touch forwards by Lundgaard. Van der Sanden had made a run, but it won't reach her. Lundgaard's won it back, though. Might come for Van der Sanden now. Very important block. Van der Sanden has forced the corner in the 90th minute. Well, they'll be so glad to see her back and firing after she picked up that injury in the abandoned WSL game against Chelsea at the end of January. Kerry Holland's corner. Into stoppage time we go. Brosnan got a fist to it, not very far. Van der Sanden over the top. But we're going to have 7 minutes added on at the end here, so there is still plenty of time for a winner. This side have picked up 8 points from losing positions. Only Aston Villa have earned more. They're set to pick up 1 more after being in a losing position tonight, but he wants to try and make it 3. Bonner was clattered in that latest collision. It's not been a game for the faint-hearted, with the challenges flying in. Koivisto departs, and on comes Marie Taylor for her. Appeared in 3 of the last 4 WSL games. Her only start, though, was in the 2-0 defeat at Arsenal earlier on this month. Joined the club in January, the midfielder. Lashed away by Rachel Laws, but to no one in particular, so Brosnan should be able to come and deal with it. Shanice van der Sanden trying to get some more out of the Liverpool fans down at that end of the ground. Nice pass from Stengel, that. Here's Holland. Deep ball in is useful. Oh, and it's touched in, is it? No! Brosnan with the block to deny Liverpool an injury time winner. Holland with the ball into the back stick, which was excellent. The header back in from Taylor has only just come on. And Stengel, you thought, was going to do the rest, but Brosnan somehow got her fingertips to it. Liverpool knocking at the door. Brosnan with safe hands, though. And in trying to get the ball away quickly, was dropped to the ground. And Lauren Impey just trying to restore some order. Taylor's header across goal, and Stengel was there, but so was Brosnan, who just managed to slap it to safety and prevent Stengel winning the game for Liverpool. There was a yellow card for Taylor Hines in the aftermath of that last incident as well. The Liverpool skipper booked. Well, it would be a decent point for Liverpool. They will remain one of 2 teams yet to win an away WSL game this season. Reading are the other side that haven't managed to pick up a victory on the road in the top flight so far. In fact, stretching back over previous campaigns, it's just 1 win in their last 16 away WSL matches. Sorensen. A good-looking ball in from her, which is out for an Everton throw. Finnegan desperately looking for an option and still searching for one. Now eventually does find one, but can't find her teammate Hines. Stengel seemed to duck out of the way of that. Bjorn. Savek. Looks like they're going to have to shake hands on a point apiece. I'm sure they'll both be going away feeling that they could have got the win. It's been a topsy-turvy tussle. It's been a great Merseyside derby, befitting of Everton's record home crowd for a WSL match. Holland. Now Van der Sanden's interested in this. Saveckia's got a problem here, but has recovered well and earned the free kick. Well, once she turned on the afterburners here, Shanice Van der Sanden, you thought that Savek could be in trouble, but the Danish international did very well. Holland, chance to be a hero perhaps. Holland almost was the hero. The bending effort needed beating away from Brosnan to prevent Liverpool pinching the win with the last kick of the game. Pretty comfortable for Brosnan in the end, but Matt Beard thought it might have been their moment. Holland will take the resulting corner. Into the 9th additional minute. Holland. Stengel's in there. A magnificent Merseyside derby ends all square. It toed and froed, but in the end, a point apiece is probably a fair reflection. Brian Sorensen's side took the lead courtesy of Gabby George's goal on her 100th WSL appearance, but Liverpool responded well and deservedly levelled through Katie Stengel. There were chances for both after the break. There was disallowed goals for both after the break, but they couldn't be separated after the 90+ minutes. And at Goodison Park, in front of a record home WSL crowd for Everton, it finishes Everton 1, Liverpool 1.